Despite the announcement of the official polling results not yet declared by Zimbabwe's Elections Commission, the ZANU-PF ruling party of Robert Mugabe has begun announcing it has won the presidency. Without refuting the claim, the MDC has responded with a statement saying, quote, "Zimbabweans have been taken for a ride by ZANU-PF and Mugabe. We do not accept it," unquote. Moving to deter an immediate breakout of post-voting violence, the police have declared anyone who announces the results of the election before the Electoral Commission will be arrested. As the elections approached, senior officials of the MDC decried the policies guiding the election, forecasting it would not be free and fair. Reports from Zimbabwe have advanced the location of the polling stations had not yet been revealed to opposition, with 5 days to the elections. Vote counting began immediately after the presidential and parliamentary polling closed on Wednesday. It was expected results would not be issued for 5 days, making the immediate claims by the ZANU-PF volatile. Following the deterioration of agreements signed between Sudan and South Sudan in September 2012, the African Union has urged the governments of both countries to renew dialogue. Recent accusations by President Omar al-Bashir of Sudan, saying South Sudan's President Salva Kiir is sponsoring rebels in the northern country, have renewed tensions between the two countries. President Salva Kiir has, however, refuted the allegations, saying it is Bashir who is stirring the return of unrest. Thabo Mbeki, chief mediator of the AU to the two Sudans, has issued a report stating both sides have not respected agreements to maintain a demilitarized zone along the border. The issue of non-respect of border security recently led to President Bashir of Sudan declaring the pipeline that carries oil through his country to South Sudan would be shut off on August 7, 2013. The deadline has been extended by an additional 2 weeks following AU intervention and requests by China for more negotiations. For this purpose, the mandate of Thabo Mbeki's AU High Implementation Panel has been extended to January 2014. Nearly a week after dissolving his cabinet, President Salva Kiir of Southern Sudan has issued a decree appointing 18 cabinet ministers and 10 deputies. Personally giving the new decree on the country's state-owned television, President Kiir named several new faces in the July 31st appointments. Amongst such novices are Kwal Manyang Juk, who has been appointed Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, alongside Tela Ring Peng, who was named the new Minister of Justice. Interestingly, the post of Vice President and Minister for Presidency have been left unoccupied. Under Article 117, Subclause 1 of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan, President Kiir issued another decree appointing 10 deputy ministers in the new government. This addition brings the total amount of ministers and deputies to 29. Justifying his new cabinet reshuffle, President Kiir explained, quote, "This downsizing will create synergies, allow budgets to flow to high-priority development projects, and also allow for better management by dedicated civil servants," unquote. Bertrand Bisimwa, the chief of the M23 rebels in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, has dismissed a Tuesday ultimatum given by the UN peacekeeping force in the region to disarm. Bisimwa has remarked his fighters are not in Goma or near the southward road to Sake, where much of the fighting has taken place. The UN force MONUSCO was empowered with a mandate to take offensive action against the M23 if they did not disarm in 48 hours, giving Thursday 4 p.m. local time as the deadline ultimatum. The new mandate establishes a security zone in the Kivu province where Goma is capital, but these zones do not include areas occupied by the M23. A UN spokesperson has said the operation will try to clear up small pockets of M23 rebels who remained near Goma after they were pushed several miles north during recent clashes. The new offensive disposition has created fears by regional authorities like the government of Rwanda that any UN confrontation with the M23 may jeopardize peace talks. The Libyan General National Congress President, Nouribu Samin, has appointed Colonel Abdul Salam Jad Allah al-Salhin as the country's new military chief. The announcement, which came on Tuesday, recognizes the ascension of al-Salhin to the position previously occupied by Yusuf al-Mangoush, who resigned after violence left over 20 people dead in Benghazi in June. Colonel al-Salhin is a noted anti-Gaddafi regime commander who rose to prominence in 2011. As the new military chief of staff of Libya, he will be faced with collaborating with civilian security forces to quell militias and other armed groups in the country. On Monday, clashes between security forces and militants left a Libyan army official injured in a car bomb explosion in Benghazi. Civil unrest has characterized the entire nation since the toppling of the 4-decade rule of the administration of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, who was killed on October 20, 2011.